Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the Harmonious Frequencies of the Mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Rimworld. Well, we're clipping right along, making a little bit of progress every episode. Last episode we researched the microelectronic basics, so we were able to upgrade our research table to a high-tech research table. I can't remember off the top of my head if it was actually built yet or not, but we do have the plans laid down at least. We have been getting pretty good progress with stone cutting done, because we were able to recruit our prisoner, what's her name, Samantha or something like that, I think. We were attacked just by tribes people, and they didn't prove to be much of a challenge for us, so that's encouraging. Samantha needed a ranged weapon because she's a pretty good shot, so I had her craft her own short bow for now, until we're able to acquire some sort of a more reasonable weapon, I suppose is one way I could put it. We don't have a lot of valuables in our stockpile, which keeps me from worrying too much about adjusting it, like taking it away so that we don't get attacked too hard. Also, I have already been thinking about lining out some rooms, bedrooms sort of. I've been thinking a little bit about it, and I would like to change it up some from previous episodes. So I was looking to harness these two steam geysers at one point or another. There isn't really one on this side, if I remember correctly. I was thinking there was one south of us, maybe. It must be pretty far away. There's these two. I could have sworn there was one in this area somewhere, but I must have been mistaken. So there's these two. I was thinking about building like a barrack sort of thing over on this side. I do want them to be separate rooms, so I was thinking about making totally separate structures instead of tying them all together. For one reason is because when I have those long buildings like that, it sort of eliminates my options for covers, because I can't, hide at corners or stuff like that to shoot out or anything. So I would build it in squares and kind of have them lined up where they can look down into this area here. So if I was to lay it out like a plan, it would be something like an 11 by 11 structure, and I want to build it on the sand. So like one would be there, and then let's see if I can just count 11 from here. It's a little bit too close. So maybe here. Yeah. And so that would be two separate rooms. And then we wouldn't be able to build one here because it wouldn't be large enough, and I doubt that this is large enough. Yeah, it's one short. So we wouldn't be able to build one there. It would just be these two here. I don't think we have enough room to build one over on this corner either. Oh, we do? Only just? I feel like if we moved it up one, it would be even better. So we started, say, here. Something like that would be pretty good. So not really have them attached to anything, just sort of spaced out a little bit. Start from this corner and see if we can get 11. That's pretty close to the mountain. It's actually connected to the corner of the mountain here, so I'm not real pleased with that. Then again, if it is here, that's not a terrible idea, because then if I knock off this corner here, then we could target from this area and shoot down this direction, kind of a crossfire. Somebody could shoot down this way. Wherever I put the door, someone could hide there, and also we could have people around this corner shooting this direction once they get past here. So it gives us a bunch of different angles for firing. Then of course there's this big open spot down here where we could shove another structure. It's not quite it there. We'd have to go down to like here, maybe? Yeah, something like that. So that's 4 kind of in a row, diagonally here. And that brings us a little bit closer to this so that these aren't having to be as strung out as far as the circuitry coming back to where we are. So I think this is going to be pretty decent. I can reserve this for power production until I get the steam geysers going, and then after that I can extend this structure itself into just production tables, because we still have to put in machining and smithing. What else have we got? Drug production, medicine production, all that kind of stuff, brewing. Speaking of brewing, I don't know if you know this, but where I live there's a lot of prickly pears, and I just made some really incredible prickly pear wine recently. I think that's worth mentioning because I'm pretty proud of myself for it. Yeah, we've got smelters. Refining? I guess that's mostly from metal chunks, steel chunks, and stuff like that are laying around the map. Yeah. Chunks and other items. I think, if I remember correctly, we could smelt something down like steel club and stuff like that. I can't remember if that's in the smelter or if that's elsewhere. Yeah, all those things we need inside this structure, so it's centralized. Like I said, medicine production, and then once we get into like power armor, charge rifles, and that sort of stuff, that's all done on the machining table as far as I remember. Deep drills and stuff is all different like that. And we're also going to need an infirmary too. I tend to forget about that. So we could put the infirmary somewhere like down here and make it the same 11 by 11 sort of size. I feel like we could get it a little bit closer to the structure. That may be a little bit too close, to be honest. So we say something like this, maybe? Oh, that's still... Yeah, I'll get it one of these days, don't worry. Okay. Yeah, because we have 4 colonists, that'll give us room for an extra one. And then the infirmary. And for right now, we can have these beds serve as medical beds until we build a proper infirmary. So we only have 129 granite bricks right now. But one thing we can do is lay out the slate tiles on the inside here. I didn't check to see how much that was going to cost. 324? Okay. So that's going to be about all of our slate blocks right there. And then so for structure, we would be wanting granite for this. Maybe we wait, deconstruct all of these first, and replace them with granite. Then we'll worry about building new structures. Once we get these finished off, I think it'll be ideal. See, the thing about these walkways, though, is that the animals pay them no mind. They just completely ignore them. Yeah. Oh. Okay, this is fine. This is totally fine. Oh, we need a proper prison, too. I can't... And I totally forgot about that. I just shoved them in here with the butcher table. I don't know if we need a better prison or if we need to move the butcher table somewhere else. If we do that, though, if this becomes our permanent prison, I need to upgrade these walls for sure. If we move the prison somewhere else, then I could just leave them as wood. since we're just butchering creatures in here, that would be no big deal. Why is this? Oh, because it's only 50 degrees. I should probably actually install a heater, to be honest. Over here is pretty central, and it's out of the way of everything, so I think that's going to be okay. What is this? Tailoring bench? That's fine. It's going to be hilarious when I find out they repaired these already. Oh, good. Good, they haven't repaired it. Cooler is fine, but... yeah, this shouldn't be using very much power. It says power use high. But I mean, it's already freezing outside, so it shouldn't need much power. And door out of granite will be good. I'm not sure where I want this door. If I put it down here, that doesn't help me a lot. I guess if I'm standing in the door here, they could shoot out this direction or this direction, which is kind of nice. But it doesn't give them any cover from this direction. So if an enemy took up cover, say here, with a sniper rifle or something, or even this corner is tried to shoot up here, I would just have to hide behind the door. So that's not a terrible idea. I was thinking about putting the door just here, so whoever's living here could get in and out really quickly. Just be right nearby. That being said, I could turn this into the prison. And that wouldn't bother me in the least bit. Then it would be closed to everything else. If anybody tried to break out, we could put a stop to it immediately. All of that good stuff. Then again, this could be the infirmary, because it's really close up to everything else. So all of those are strong possibilities. Oh, we're not getting a lot of wind right now. So let's disconnect these lights. Oh no, this is what I meant. Toggle the power on them. It's up to 50 degrees outside, so I don't think it's a good idea to turn off the cooler yet. I think letting it run is probably ideal for right now still. Is this? No. No power there. Alright, they are at maximum charge, so we should be able to turn those on again, no problem. We have almost enough slate to build another floors. So I think this is going to be the first one that ends up getting built. So of course this moves my stockpile back a little bit. Let's see what this is about. Oh, an iguana? And it's been a minute since we've seen one of you guys wandering around, that's for sure. Alright, Samantha, let's see how good your bow is. I know it says poor, so that may not be ideal. Let's get up here. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Phoebe is going to eat real quick. Alright, good job, guys. It looks like Samantha is cutting some marble blocks, which is not ideal, but it's what's the closest. Oh, item stash opportunity. Okay, we can jump to that location. It'll take it a minute to generate the planet, but that's fine. Yeah, what I was going to say though is that the marble blocks aren't too bad. I think what I'm going to do is try to get some sculptures made out of those, because even though we're not really to the point where I feel comfortable spending a lot of time on art, even so, it will help improve all of the rooms that we have available. So, okay, there's a bunch of good weapons here. It says the only threat is turrets, so depending what they are hooked up to as far as power goes, we might be able to get there and if it's solar power, we could just go in at night and take them out. If it's wind power, we might be able to hang out and wait for a minute and just see what the wind is. Let's take a look. It takes 1.5 days to get there. That's nothing. We should be able to accomplish that pretty easily. So I'm trying to think about if we even want to do that, like, immediately. I don't see a lot of a problem with that. Alright, let's say, at least large sculptures. Work amount 500 requires 135 ingredients. Let's just make it out of marble. There we go. And we can do it until we have like 4 in the stockpile. We shouldn't ever have that many, but we'll see. Is anyone on a 1 for art? No. So that's a last resort right now. For whatever one we'll do. Oh no. Samantha has the flu? Okay, Samantha. I need to make sure you're on self-tend. Go ahead and tend to yourself. What is her medicine though? Medicine level 1? I didn't see the treatment quality either, so that's not good. Which bed is Samantha's? Flowers, Phoebe, Koth, Samantha, okay. Turn that to medical. And I will make sure that she patience herself when she needs treatment, for sure. Maybe we'll take bed rest up too high. A number 1 priority, so that she takes care of herself here. I don't know how fast flus progress. I don't think that they're terribly, tragically, imminently dangerous. Maybe it's making progress? I can't quite tell. No, it seems to... The immunity seems to be overtaking right now. And she will need treatment pretty soon. Alright, Koth, get to it. What are you doing? Cleaning sand? Oh, are we out of steel? We certainly are. That's the reason why nothing is getting built. I can't believe it took me this long to realize it. In a way I can believe it. Okay. Get to mining on that. I think that's about the closest. It was kind of a toss-up between that and this. But I think this is closer. Just by a hair. It's hard to tell because you have to go around this right here. And so that's the equivalent of it being like down here. And this you could just go straight down and up. But I've made my choice. Don't judge me. So it's a little too cold for anything to be growing properly. That's fine though. We do have a decent backlog of food ingredients. So almost 600 potatoes available. Alright, Phoebe. Alright, Samantha is doing okay, laying down. Our immunity is keeping up pretty good. Our needs are keeping up pretty good. Her sleep has been disturbed a few times, which isn't good, but... should be warming up in here pretty reasonably. So we shouldn't have to worry about that slept in the cold nonsense anymore. Phoebe is not as big on cutting blocks as Samantha was, because Samantha is more or less a dedicated crafter, and Phoebe is more cook than anything else. Koth is able to plant the heal root now though, which shows that he's reached level 8 and growing, so that's definitely positive. Oh man, I know I said it a lot during the first series, the first season of this game, but I just absolutely love the soundtrack to this game. It's so good. I don't know what it is about it, but it is just really, really good. Okay, we should be able to handle that pretty easily. We might have enough to finish off this front wall, but I'm not sure yet. Where are we as far as geothermal power? Yeah, the high-tech research bench. It's not quite built yet, so that's what's been holding us back. The steel is, yeah, desperately needed. Oh, here we go. We've got more tribespeople from the Purple Snake. Purple Snake, the Kamkrika. Wow. Why don't they make these more difficult to say? Okay, they're all melee guys, once again. So Koth might have to go pick on them. Let's do that, actually. Because if we can do like we did last time and pick off one or two before they attack, that's going to be ideal. Alright. There we go. Pretty long range. Wow, that was a terrible shot. Oh, that was a close one though. Any kind of an injury that we can make on these guys is going to help us in the long run. Right, Huntsman was hit. That's good. Red might be the second one. Nope. Okay, they are beginning their assault though, so let's go ahead and take off back towards the base. Flowers was eating a food. Let's bring her back. Samantha, are you healthy enough to help us out? Yes. Yeah, you should be okay. I'll draft you up and bring you back here. Flowers right here is probably good, and Samantha can actually come up here. Phoebe, we'll draft you up, have you right behind her. And Koth, right there is probably good for right now. Oh, they're right behind you though. Never mind. Flowers, why aren't you... What are you doing? Oh, you're vomiting. Can you stop, please? Oh! Alright, Phoebe. Okay, now they're fleeing. Now they're all down, right? Yes. Okay, the poor dog. What's happened? Right front paw has been destroyed. Aside from that, she's okay. It was just one leg down. Okay. That's not too terrible. I can deal with that. Red is dead. Where'd the other guy go? Wasn't there a fourth one? Hamster is there? Yeah, Huntsman was the other guy. Did he leave already? Try to get those guys. He must have left already, because I don't see him anywhere. Oh, here he is. Okay. How has he been hurt, though? His leg and his femur? Phoebe, you've been beat up pretty good. Moving is poor. His moving is also poor. Flowers is poor on everything. She needs to go home. And she's weakened on everything. Let's see. Let's see if, no, Phoebe can stay. That's not what I meant to do. And Koth. We'll see if they can come over here and get this guy. Okay, Phoebe is eating. I guess somebody here dropped a meal. Flowers, are you hungry right now from throwing up? No. Training Ostrich 1. Okay, we need to capture one of these two. Crafting is good. Volatile is not good. Night Owl is good. Mining, growing, shooting, and melee. So he's a decent character. Melee, crafting. Prosophile, psychically dull, trigger happy. All of these are decent traits. Trigger happy's not ideal. And I would rather have shooting instead of melee. These are actually both pretty decent characters. 8.4, 15. The flowers, if you capture hamster. Oh yeah, we should be able to get a couple of clean shots off on him. Come on, Koth, you can do it. Nice. Okay, done. Is that ambrosia? It is. Okay. So I need another bed in here. And Koth, I want you to work on that immediately. Samantha, you could tend to Aaron, or even Rescuer is fine too. Okay, Flowers has hamster now. And Flowers got some pretty serious food poisoning from that meal. It's not good for her. Cleaning animal filth. Gross. I didn't even think about it being wood, but we do have a decent storage of it right now. We cut down our first trees not too long ago. So that is why. Okay, and we'll come down. Oh no! Melee attack this guy. He's still angry. I would tell Phoebe to go melee attack him too, but I just don't want that to be the thing. Alright, well, hang on. Melee of 1, melee of 6? I don't know how well this is gonna go, to be honest. If we can hit him one time, though. Alright. Oh no! That killed him! No! No! I wanted him more than the other character. That's okay, though, I guess. Okay, a rat's coming in. Not good. Okay, but I gotta leave it there for this episode. Hopefully Hamster gets tended to within a reasonable amount of time. I don't think Phoebe can tend. Okay, so if you want to catch the next episode, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel through the Patreon link down in the video description, and be sure to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you very much for any time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.